I'll be lucky to make it to, what is it, 2179, I guess? I'd be 100. Or no, not 2179. That would be 200. 2079. I make it to 2079. I'm a 100-year-old man. 2179, 200 years old. I still don't make it. I got to be 221 years old to see Greenland thaw. See, first of all, this is really going to backfire on them because most people out there that read this are so retarded that they'll think Greenland is already thawed. They have no idea it's covered in ice because it's called Greenland. Oh, duh, it's Greenland. I thought they're Greichsaver wire. And there are parts of Greenland, of course, that have grass and that sort of thing. But, for them to say it's good, how would they know? More fear-mongering out there to get you to accept these carbon taxes and these regulations that are being passed abroad everywhere. I mean, give me a break. Give me a break. And now, IMF's just like, yeah, we're gonna print a new global currency. It's here. It's global currency time. And you see, they'll make more regional currencies, whatever they call, the North American, South American one. And we've said it's going to be the Amero. Who knows what they'll call it? But that'll be under this global currency after they crash out the dollar. And you lose everything. Whatever's left of your pension, probably your house. That's what it's going to take. And that's what it's going to take for you to understand that you're a slave and you need to serve, the government, your lords, the officials. I want to get a little banking news in there. So now Fox, of course, is asking the tough questions about the bankers. But I got to admit, this article is actually pretty good. Who were Madoff's real partners in crime? Now that Madoff is starting, eventually will become a long stay in the clink. Let the postmortems begin. Would you like to know who his real accomplices were in this affair? It's a gang that goes by the nickname the Securities and Exchange Commission. I actually agree with this. It actually openly talks about how the Securities and Exchange Commission went after Madoff dozens of times and, just couldn't find anything on him. In other words, there were, people within that were telling them to stop the investigations or they were getting paid off themselves. Totally corrupt. So really exposes the SECs for who they are, a criminal group. Who were Madoff's real partners in crime? Yes, SEC obviously helped, and they should be held accountable as well. See, if we prosecuted the prosecutors for not doing their job and aiding and abetting, who knows? Who knows where this country would be? Probably wouldn't be in the dire straits it's in now, if officials were held accountable in any way, shape, or form. Now, I thought this one was interesting. Cuomo, who is, what is he? He's the Attorney General, that's right. Attorney General of New York. Andrew Cuomo. It's not Mario. Now, I was listening to Stern, as I often do, and they were bringing up how NAMBLA, the North American Man-Boy Love Association, one of the most disgusting groups out there, put a hit out on him for $10,000. Now, at first I kind of ignored the story. I said, well, why would this even matter? I mean, first of all, who in NAMBLA would dare say something? But I think this is a cover story. First of all, it's in the Post, Rupert Murdoch. I think this is a cover story because Cuomo wants to investigate AIG over bonus payments and has issued subpoenas. This is a front for the bankers saying, shut up or we're going to shoot you in the face. The New York Post story, apparently someone's posting on a forum saying 10 G's if you walk up and shoot Andrew Cuomo in the face. But Cuomo is going after some of these AIG guys. Someone should be going after these guys because the courts just upheld, I believe it was another, $10.8 million bonus, something really gross. Yeah. Citigroup CEO awarded $10.8 million. Wow. I mean, here it is. Citigroup, Inc. awarded Chief Executive Vikram Pandit $10.8 million of compensation in 2008, a year when the government propped up the bank with $45 billion of capital. Citigroup also nominated 4 new independent directors to bolster the bank and financial experts on this board, including Anthony Santomero, 62, a former president of the Federal Reserve Bank of Philadelphia. See, they all have connections to the Federal Reserve while they're raping and pillaging. It's unbelievable. It's got an $85 billion worth of write-downs and credit losses since the middle of 2007, and this guy gets a $10.8 million bonus? This guy, who he obviously deserves it. So ask yourself, why are there hits on Cuomo? It's because he's issuing subpoenas to AIG over these bonus payments. New York Attorney General Andrew Cuomo says American International Group missed a deadline to give him details about employees set to receive millions of dollars in bonuses, and he's issuing subpoenas for the information. Cuomo says his office will investigate whether the employees were involved in the insurance giant's near collapse and whether the $165 million in bonus payments are fraudulent under state law. You bet they are. AIG reported that month it lost $61.7 billion in the fourth quarter of last year, the largest corporate loss in history. But they all deserve, tens of $millions in bonuses. Watch your back, Cuomo. We're going to take your calls starting in the next segment. It's the InfoWarrior with Jason Bermas, PrisonPlanet.tv, Infowars.com. All right, we're back. It's the InfoWarrior with Jason Bermas, and we're going to be taking your calls, but I want to go through this little bit of news here I haven't gotten to yet. Hearst prints final Seattle PI as newspapers dwindle. The Hearst Corporation plans to roll out the final print edition of its ailing Seattle Post-Intelligencer on Tuesday, then move it to online. This paper was 146 years old. Signs of the times, folks. Sites like InfoWar, sites like Prison Planet, we're kicking ass and taking names, my friend. That's why Politico is doing 4-page spreads on us. And Hearst Publications, you're dying like the rotting rat carcasses you are. That's what you get for not telling people the truth. No one trusts you. No one's interested in buying your paper. No one likes your propaganda. See ya, wouldn't want to be ya. Another sign of the times, Smith & Wesson gains on fears of Obama gun control. That's right. They're selling out all over the place. Alex has talked about this story. This one's out of Reuters. But Smith & Wesson, they're doing well. They're the Walmarts of the other industry. Walmart's going to be doing good. Apparently, people want their guns. And I endorse that. Suit up, partner. Saddle up. All right, so that's a positive thing. We mentioned that the Obama deception is in the hot videos over at Google, and Google has restructured it so you can't see what the top 100 is or the hottest videos are, basically because the Obama deception right now is dominating. It's on top. And you can bet that's why there's this Politico article out. It's right here, and it's actually super, super fair. So, Obama, hoping that he can reach the rest of the populace, he's going to go on Leno. They're making a big deal about this because it's the first time a sitting president has been on a talk show. This is some more of the slicker propaganda. Remember when Clinton was on Arsenio Hall, busting out on that sax? I loved him. You remember it. There he is. Paul Hartman remembers all about it. I watched it as a little kid. I'm like, this guy's not so bad. I hope he is our president. So reaching out to the little guy, Obama's going to be on the Leno. He's done Letterman a couple times, but doing the Leno, reaching out to the little guy. All right, let's start taking your calls. Let's go to Mike in California. Mike, what's on your mind?
A lot of stuff here, Jason. How you doing?
Good, man.
Awesome. I'm kind of new to this whole chemtrail thing. I haven't really researched it a whole lot.
Mm-hmm.
But what I did see earlier today, I'm up here in Northern California.
Mm-hmm.
There was some spraying going on earlier today, and it seemed like once the sun started to go down, the whole sky turned this dark gray color.
Mm-hmm.
And there was just a lot of pink, almost like a lining underneath the gray clouds.
Mm-hmm.
Really unusual. That's something I've never really seen before. Is that kind of common when they do the chemtrails?
Well, I would advise you to go check out Rosalind Peters' stuff. I think it's skywatch.org, but she's done more research on it than anybody. She's gathered up samples for years and years and years of them spraying, found out, that there was barium and aluminum oxide in these things, taking them to labs, really is the most legitimate authority on the subject. And we've had her on this, well, not this program, but I've hosted her on Alex Jones's program, and Alex has hosted her as well. She could probably give you a better answer. All I know is that they're spraying something in the sky, mostly in crosshatch patterns. It obviously delves out into a cloud-like substance, and if their official line is that this is a NASA program, remember when it was secret and it didn't exist, now the official line is it's a NASA program to fight global warming. Well, global warming's a hoax. And that's not what this is for. So why are they spraying the skies with heavy metals? That's the main question, and I think that we have to demand that answer.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for taking my call, Jason, and keep up the good work.
All right, thank you, Mike. Check out skywatch.org, and if that's not it, Rosalind Peters She actually is one of the few people to get on mainstream media, Discovery Channel, and she had a local NBC story out in California. So definitely check that out. It's on YouTube. Carbon trading must be globally regulated. So we'll come back to Nick after this. The call-in line is 866-582-9933. We're going to take your calls. We're going to talk news. And, yeah, they want to bring in a carbon credit. We'll be back after this. It's the InfoWarrior with Jason Bermas.